Hi everyone, today I want to talk about what is the right price in small mini monitor speakers because I got a lot of message regarding what is the right size and price of the mini monitor speakers to get. So starting from PSPP5, this one retail for 350. Bowers and Wilkins 607 bookshelf. This one retail for 600. CAF LS50s mini monitor speakers retail for $1,300 as of right now. So these are totally different price category. So 350, 600, and 1,300. So why there is that kind of price gap? This kind of PSPP5 speakers, like small mini monitor speaker, can do job perfectly fine, small to mid-sized room. Even if you have a bigger room, you just need to add a sub and it will give you good sound quality. Any mini monitor speakers that charge more than $1,500 is way overpriced in my opinion, because they always have a lot of limitation. So what gives you in terms of price to performance? Is it really make that much of difference in terms of sound quality? For high-end mini monitor speaker, probably like $10,000. So, but $10,000 speakers and this kind of CAF LS50 $1,300 speakers, the price difference is significantly big, but sound quality is you are not going to hear night and day different. You can spend your money all you want, but you are not getting big chunk out of that difference in sound quality. This kind of $1,300 speakers compared to $10,000 two-way mini monitor speakers. How much sound improvement you can get is probably like 30-35%. That's about it. You are not getting 100% sound improvement. So to do that, what you do is that you have to do blind audition. Otherwise, based on the human nature and human psychology, everybody tends to go to think that higher the price, always better. So that's how we are. So that's why when I do the blind test, I will do the blindfold. I go into the room without knowing what they have in there. So that's the right way to get the feeling of difference between the sound quality without seeing the components. What is the major difference between these three speakers? Is it the sound quality? Yes, in some way there are a lot of difference in sound quality. Mid-range reproductions, tone accuracy of higher frequencies, and how the musical scale and musical image, stereo image, and overall balance of the sound signature, like warmer sound, neutral sound, or cooler sound, or like forward highs or forward mids or recessed mids or flatter sound signature. So depends on your taste. All those depends on your taste. Doesn't matter what the price is. My cheapest favorite mini monitor is Pioneer BS22, and another favorite is I have the speakers, but I have it in different house. So I have a Pioneer BS22. I have a ELAC Original B6, and I also love Wafte Denton 80th anniversary, which I no longer have. And this Bowers and Wilkins 607 is sent in by one of my subscriber on YouTube. Thank you, Brandon. And the people may say, oh, this one is better, that one is better, or what. A lot of people will have a opinion because this is very subjective hobby that not everyone can agree on one thing. My point is, when you purchase a speaker, they have very different price range and many different offering. Doesn't matter what they offer. Most important for me is I just need to know what I like. So that is the only thing in this hobby. You need to know that synergy which will work the best, because there is no universal truth that sounds good in audiophile terms. Everybody has different taste. So my basic advice is set your budget, know what sound do you like, know the synergy between the two components, most especially amplifier and the speaker. PSP-P5 is less sensitive to matching components than these two speakers. So that is the thing with the mini monitor speakers. Higher the price they get, harder to match the components, because they are designed to focus on specific sound that try to stand out among the crowd. So that's why knowing the synergy between the component is most important in this hobby. Basically, if I have the choice from these three speakers, this will be my choice because the price point is just about right. Sound quality is just about right. The bright highs, I can tame it down with tone control. And overall, sound quality, price, performance, everything is just about perfect. So if you ask me, why not KEF LS50s? That's a stereophile Class A rated speakers. It wins many awards all over the world, not only United Kingdom. My point is, this 607 mini monitors can give me 90% performance of KEF LS50 speakers. So that will be my choice. I mean, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you just need a little speaker to enjoy personal music in a small space. Go with like ELEC B5 or B6 or Pioneer BS22, those budget speakers. They are very good. I mean, it may not be highly resolution or detailed sounding speaker, but it gets me enjoy my music. So this PSP P5 is also very good speakers. So if you ask me to choose between this one and this one, I will still go for this. 350, 600. So different in price is good amount, but the performance, it's very noticeable. So PSP P5 can get you probably like 65 to 70% performance of this 607 mini monitor speakers. I don't mean PSP P5 is poor sound quality or anything like that. That's how the price will differentiate the sound. Let's say if you're a favorite heavy metal, hard rock kind of guy, but you just need a small mini monitor speakers without getting bright and getting harsh sounding, I will get this PSP P5. Because heavy metal and hard rock, I don't like the way they sounded with the 607 mini monitors. They were okay with the KEF LS50 speakers. It's not the best. I much prefer this kind of mini monitors to handle heavy metal and hard rock music, because it sounded so good that I can really appreciate the way that they produce the music. Main important things that I mentioned before, you just need to know what sound you are going after and what component do you have, and matching synergy between the components, and what kind of music you are listening to. If you demo with a KEF LS50 speaker with average receivers, it will give you good sound, but it's not going to be phenomenal. So if you pair KEF LS50 with a good amplifier, it doesn't have to be a high wattage amplifier. What important is power supply, that keep how much reserve power current that have in amplifier. That's why 30 watts Class A amp can bring the KEF LS50 with very musical sound. But a 200 watts AV receiver sounded bright and like without any depth. So that's all makes very different That's why matching component synergy is one of the most important thing. So if you want to use with average receiver, you stick with this kind of speakers, or get a higher sensitivity rating speakers like JBL or like Clips or some other speakers that offer higher frequencies. Personally, I will not go below 90 dB sensitivity speakers with average receivers. So set your budget, know your sound that you're after, and make sure you know the synergy between the components. Probably like 85% of people think that more you spend the money, the better it will get. Maybe it's true. Yes, you will get better components, better quality material, everything, no doubt about that. But what about the synergy? So a few years back, I met a guy who had the magical $30,000 tower speakers with VTR amplifiers. I mean, everything. Even like his little footers made of metal that goes under the components cost like as much as these speakers. 4 of them, like $600-700 for a full little metal piece. So he spent a lot of money. How is the sound? It's not groundbreaking, to be honest with you. I mean, you can get better sound without spending that much of money. So my very simple advice is set your budget, know the sound that you like, make sure to match the synergy between the amplifier and speakers and associated components. This kind of entry-level speaker, this kind of mid-range speaker, this kind of a little more expensive mini monitor speakers. So it's all come with the pros and cons. Your perfect speaker may be not mine, my perfect speaker may be not yours. So we cannot agree on one component to another, or we cannot agree on every component based on our taste and based on our listening habits, based on our health, based on the environment that we live in, everything, even weather condition, even if you don't have enough sleep, everything makes difference to how you enjoy or how you hear the sound. That's why most important advice is please do not pair low sensitivity speakers with average AV receivers. They will not able to bring the best out of the speakers. You need dedicated 2-channel amplifier with very good power supply, or you need a powerful Class D amp to get the best out of low sensitivity speakers. With all this long talk, only thing that matters is your money. Then how much you are going to spend? Let's say $350. You don't only have this choice. You have many $300 and something speakers that you can choose from. So that's why we need to audition, we need to listen more speakers. That's why it's important that you listen the speakers in your own room and in your own system to see how you like them. My sound demos can only help you get the little tiny taste of the speakers. Maybe you can get a little sense of how they will sound with your components. That's about it. In some case, maybe you may have the same taste as mine, and maybe you may be able to choose same speaker as mine. Set your budget, know your sound that you're after, and make sure the synergy is good between the components. So that is my advice.